Hi, welcome to our board exam reviewer for fisheries professional or fisheries technologists. We have 12 questions to be uploaded weekly, so don't forget to click subscribe, and after that click the notification bell so that you can get notifications every time I will upload a video. So let's get started. Question number 1. Blank is an expression of hydrogen ion concentration in water and serves as an indicator of acidity and basicity. A. Turbidity. B. An ion. C. Hydrogen sulfide. D. pH. Again, blank is an expression of hydrogen ion concentration in water and serves as an indicator of acidity and basicity. Okay? The correct answer is letter D, pH. So ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng pH? pH stands for potential of hydrogen. So andito nakikita nyo yung pH scale from 1 to 14. Yung nasa number 1, yun yung pinaka-acidic. So if the pH is 1 or below 7, it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, meaning acidic yung liquid. For example, is apple juice, lemon juice. Pag yung value ng pH ay nasa 8 pataas, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, for example, is yung ammonia solution, hand soap, baking soda, ibig sabihin, ito ay basic. Yung pure water natin ay nasa pH 7. So, potential of hydrogen. Ibig sabihin, ito yung potential ng isang substance na mag-release ng hydrogen ion or H+. Pag maraming H+ na kaya niyang ma-release, ibig sabihin acidic. Pag basic naman, yun yung pag maraming hydroxide ions or OH- na nare-release pag ito ay nasa liquid na. Okay? Let's proceed to question number 2. In this type of freezing, a continuous flow of cold air is passed over the product. A. Air blast freezing. B. Plate freezing. C. Immersion freezing. D. Spray. Again, in this type of freezing, a continuous flow of cold air is passed over the product. The correct answer is letter A. Air blast. Air blast freezer. So, ito yung itsura ng air blast freezer. Meron siyang ginagamit na still air or forced air. So, merong nilalabas na malamig na hangin that will circulate sa pagkain between 30 degrees and 40 degrees at a velocity of 1.5 to 6.0 meter per second. So, yung mga pagkain ay nakastack siya sa trays sa loob ng room or sa cabinet at merong malamig na hangin na pinapaikot sa loob ng kwarto or ng room. Ito ay example ng isang air blast freezer na makikita nyo dito merong mga tray ng pagkain, mga manok. Tapos parang merong turbo dyan sa taas, yun yung magre-release ng malamig na hangin. Air blast freezer. Okay, number 3. These are substances which are used to impart color or shade to food. A. Food colors. B. Thickeners and vegetable gums. C. Flavor enhancers. D. Humectants. Again, these are substances which are used to impart color or shade to food. The correct answer is letter A. Food colors or food coloring. So, ito yung mga substances na nagbibigay ng kulay sa mga pagkain. Artificial colors. So, example, ito marami siyang color. May violet, blue, green, pangkulay sa icing sa ibabaw ng cupcake mo. Okay? Next question. Polymers are made up of links or building blocks of distinct molecular structure called blank. A. Monomers. B. Polyvinyl chloride. C. Fiberglass. D. Monostyrene. Again, polymers are made up of links or building blocks of distinct molecular structure called blank. A. Monomers. B. Polyvinyl chloride. C. Fiberglass. D. Monostyrene. The correct answer is letter A. monomers. Ibig sabihin po ng mono, one. Monomer. Yung ibig sabihin naman po ng poly sa polymer is many. So, yung polymer, it is made up of mga maraming monomer. So, ano ba yung polymer? Ito. Yung mga monomers, pag naglilink siya or dinudugtong-dugtong, it will result to a polymer. So, polymers are substances whose molecules have high molar masses and are composed of a large number of repeating units. Yung repeating units po ay yun yung monomers. Pag dinikit-dikit, nagiging polymer. Anong example ng mga polymer? Example yung protein, yung starches, yung cellulose. Okay? Next question. Type of humidity. A. Absolute. B. Specific. C. Relative. Or D. All of the above. A, B, and C. Again, type of humidity. A. Absolute. B. Specific. C. Relative. D. All of the above. The correct answer is letter D. All of the above. So, yung absolute humidity, specific humidity, and relative humidity are all types of humidity. But ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng tatlo? Humidity, ito yung amount ng tubig sa hangin. Paano nagkakaroon ng tubig sa hangin? That is because of evaporation. So remember that water can be in three phases: the solid, liquid, and gas. Absolute humidity, it is the mass of water vapor in a unit volume of air. Meaning, yung bigat ng water vapor divided by kung gaano kadami yung air or volume ng air. Okay, so if you will look at the illustration, sa right portion, makikita dito na yung mass ng water vapor, merong 10 grams and another 10 grams. Pareha silang mass ng water vapor, pero magkaiba yung kanilang volume. Yung isa, 2 meter cube, mas malaking bilog siya. Yung isa, 1 meter cube lang, mas maliit. Kasi yung volume nila magkaiba. So, paano siya nakaka-apekto sa value ng absolute humidity? So, note sa formula, mass of water vapor divided by volume of air. So, kahit parehas sila ng mass ng water vapor, which is 10 grams, magkaiba yung ilalagay mo dito sa denominator, 2 meter cube, tapos yung isa, 1 meter cube. Yung absolute humidity nila, yung isa, sa 2 meter cube is 5 grams per meter cube, while sa 1 meter cube volume, yung absolute humidity is 10 grams per meter cube. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Ibig sabihin, kapag mas maliit yung volume ng air given the same mass of water vapor, mas malaki yung value ng absolute humidity. While if malaki yung volume ng air given the same mass of water vapor, mas maliit yung value ng absolute humidity, which is from the example, naging 5 grams per meter cube. In other words, the volume of the air will affect the value of your absolute humidity given that the mass of water vapor is the same. Next is specific humidity, the mass of the water vapor compared to the total mass of the air parcel. So dito naman sa specific humidity, if you will look at the illustration sa right, pareha sila ng mass of water vapor, which is 1 gram and 1 gram. The mass of the parcel is 1 kilogram and 1 kilogram. Even though mas malaki yung volume nung nasa taas at mas maliit yung volume nung nasa baba, pareha lang yung kanilang mass or bigat. That is why yung specific humidity parehong 1 gram per kilogram and 1 gram per kilogram. It means that regardless of the volume, so malaki man siya or maliit, pareho lang yung specific humidity dahil yung specific humidity does not depend on the volume of the air parcel but on the total mass of the air doon sa air parcel. Okay, and next is relative humidity. Relative humidity is the amount of water in the air compared to the amount of water the air could possibly hold. Ibig sabihin, yung relative humidity, it is a proportion kukunin mo kung ano yung amount of water or water vapor na nasa air divided by the amount of water the air could possibly hold. Ibig sabihin, ilan pa ba yung pwedeng ma-hold ng air na water vapor. It means there is a saturation point. Pag sinabing saturation point, meron lang point kung saan yung air ay makaka-hold siya ng maximum na amount of water. So, for example, if the air is holding half the water it could hold, its relative humidity is 50%. So, tingnan nyo po yung drawing dito. Sa baba, merong bilog, tapos may nakasulat %RH or relative humidity. Ibig sabihin, for example, meron ka ditong air na nasa loob ng bilog na color, orange. Pero yung amount ng iyong water vapor or the amount of water is itong nasa white, sa loob ng white. Ibig sabihin, itong air parcel na ito, kaya niya pa sanang mag-hold ng water. Yun yung mga color orange. Pero yung kanyang amount lang ng water na na-hold niya as of now is yung nasa white. So, yung tawag doon is percent relative humidity, which is 50% based on the example. So, what if yung air parcel ay walang tubig or wala siyang water vapor? So, yung kanyang relative humidity is 0% kasi wala siyang laman na tubig. So, what if yung air parcel ay meron siyang quarter or 1/4 na water? So, that means yung kanyang relative humidity is 25% kasi 1/4. So, your relative humidity is expressed in percentage. Okay, next question. Net with mesh size of less than 3 centimeters measured between two opposite knots of a full mesh when stretched or as otherwise determined by the appropriate government agency. A. Wire mesh. B. Polyethylene net. C. Small mesh size gear. D. Fine mesh net. E. None of the above. Again, it is a net with mesh size of less than 3 centimeters measured between two opposite knots of a full mesh when stretched, or as otherwise determined by the appropriate government agency. A. Wire mesh. B. Polyethylene net. C. Small mesh size gear. D. Fine mesh net. Or E. None of the above. The answer is letter D. Fine mesh net. Basta less than 3 centimeters, fine mesh net siya. This is according to Republic Act number 8550 or the Philippine Fisheries Code of 1998. Sa definition of terms, fine mesh net, net with mesh size of less than 3 centimeters measured between two opposite knots. Paano ba yon? Ito, meron tayong example ng mesh. Ayan. And then, ito, tingnan nyo sa right, nakasulat stretched measure inside the knot. So, meron kang two opposite knots. Tapos, hinila mo siya, na-stretch mo. If yung kanyang length or yung kanyang measurement is less than 3 centimeters, pag na-stretch siya, ibig sabihin, ang tawag doon ay fine mesh net. Pag less than 3 centimeters. Yun yung in-establish ng ating government. Yun yung ating definition ng fine mesh net dito sa Pilipinas. Pero yung example natin dito sa illustration, hindi ito fine mesh net. Ipinapakita ko lang kung paano siya na-measure doon sa opposite knots of a full mesh. Okay, next. The implements used for hand braiding of netting are A. Spool and knife. B. Spool and scissors. C. Spool and mesh gauge. D. Spool and needle. So, ano ba yung ginagamit pag gumagawa yung ating mga mangingisda ng net, panghuli ng isda? Ang tamang sagot ay letter D. Spool and needle. Ano ba ang itsura ng spool na at needle? Andito siya. So, ito yung parang kahoy na to. Ito yung ating needle. At yung spool ay yun yung ating thread, kumbaga thread used for netting or yung twine. Ayan. Next, a measure of toxicity, the dosage of a substance that will kill 50% of a test population. A. LD50, B. LC50, C. Limiting factor, or D. Toxic dosage. So, a measure of toxicity. So, ito yung dosage, gaano karami ng substance na yon ang ginamit para patayin yung 50% ng test population. Let's say, meron kang 100 na isda. Tapos, i-determine mo or kailangan mong malaman kung ilan ba yung dosage or gaano karami ng substance na nilagay mo na makakapatay ng 50% ng iyong 100 na isda. So, that means, nung 50 na isda. So, ano bang tawag doon sa measure? The correct answer is letter A, LD50. LD50. LD means the lethal dose or the dose required to kill 50% of a test population. So, for example here, yung starting population mo, ilang isda? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Meron kang 8 na isda. So, nung gumamit ka ng substance or ng chemical, 100 mg per kilogram exposure, walang namatay sa kanila. Nung gumamit ka ng 200 mg per kilogram exposure, namatay yung 3, buhay yung 5. Nung gumamit ka ng 300 mg per kilogram exposure, namatay na yung kalahati sa populasyon. So, ibig sabihin, yung iyong lethal dose or LD50 is yung 300 mg per kilogram ng substance. Dahil ito ay may kakayanan na patayin yung 50% ng population. Okay, that's the LD50 or the lethal dose. Next, region that does not have a rooted vegetation in a freshwater ecosystem. A. Littoral zone, B. Wetland zone, C. Limnetic zone, or D. Mangrove zone. So, ito daw ay isang rehiyon kung saan wala kang makikitang rooted vegetation or yung mga tanim-tanim natin na may mga ugat. Okay? So, the correct answer is letter C. Limnetic zone. Asan ba makikita yung limnetic zone? For example, dito sa lake. So, sa littoral zone, meron pa tayong mga tanim or rooted vegetation. Ayan, may mga ugat. Pero dito sa limnetic zone, ito yung open water. Dahil sa open water, wala ka nang makikitang mga tanim-tanim or rooted vegetation. So, the correct answer is limnetic zone. Wala na siyang rooted vegetation. Next. An organism that can manufacture food from inorganic compounds and light energy. A. Consumer, B. Producer, C. Predator, D. Photosynthesis. So, ano daw ang tawag sa organismo na may kakayanang gumawa ng kanyang sariling pagkain? Ang tamang sagot ay letter B. Producer. So, example, ating producer ay yung mga halaman. Kaya nilang gumawa ng sarili nilang pagkain, hindi sila kumakain ng iba pang mga organismo. Paano sila gumagawa ng pagkain? They need carbon dioxide, sunlight, and water, and they will produce glucose, and because of that process called photosynthesis, meron din silang nire-release na oxygen. So, yung producers, yun yung mga tanim. Okay, nakikita siya sa, ayan, dito sa energy pyramid, siya yung nasa pinaka mababa. Ayan po yung producers. Next, the aerobic bacterial conversion of ammonia and organic nitrogen to stable salts, for example, nitrates, commonly by Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter species. Again, the aerobic bacterial conversion of ammonia and organic nitrogen to stable salts or nitrates, commonly by Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter species. A. Decomposition, B. Sublimation, C. Nitrification, or D. Nitrogen fixation. The correct answer is letter C. Pero dito nakasulat D. Sorry po. The correct answer is nitrification. Okay? So, ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng nitrogen fixation at nitrification? Yung nitrogen fixation, ito yung conversion ng nitrogen gas into ammonia, while nitrification is the conversion of ammonium to nitrites and nitrates. Usually, nitrogen fixation is done by microorganisms or the nitrogen-fixing soil bacteria such as cyanobacteria and the bacteria living in root nodules such as rhizobium. While sa nitrification, yun yung mga nitrifying bacteria such as Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter. So, dito po sa illustration, makikita nyo yung difference ng nitrogen fixation at nitrification. Ito yung nitrogen fixation in which nitrogen gas was converted into ammonia. Sunod naman yan yung nitrification, na yung ammonia ay na-convert into nitrites and nitrates, which can be now used by the plants. Okay? Next question, specific or indigenous to an area, used most often in relation to disease agents and disease. A, native, B, endemic, C, local, D, invasive. So, it is a term used to refer specific or indigenous, okay, indigenous organisms to an area. The correct answer is letter B, endemic. So, pag meron organism, for example, isda, nakikita sa area na yun lang, hindi na siya nakikita sa ibang lugar, doon lang talaga sa isang lugar, specific. So, yung tawag doon ay endemic. Ibig sabihin, endemic siya sa ganong lugar. Doon lang talaga siya nakikita. For example, is Sardinella tawilis. It is the only freshwater sardine and can only be found in Taal Lake. That means Sardinella tawilis is endemic to Taal Lake. Dun lamang siya nakikita. Okay, maraming salamat. Yun po yung una nating set ng questions. Magkahalo-halo po yun sa capture fisheries, post-harvest, aquaculture, ayan, at saka sa aquatic ecology. Okay? So, maraming salamat po kay Dr. Reynaldo P. Paler dahil yung mga tanong ay galing po sa kanyang ginawang reviewer. At meron din po yung answer key. Yung ginawa ko po ay mag-supplement lamang ng explanation sa mga sagot. Okay? So, please click the subscribe button and notification bell dahil next week or within this week, mag-a-upload na naman ako ng panibagong set of questions. Thank you and share this video. Bye!